Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So today I started a little bit early. I don't know, for some reasons I feel like turning off the streaming. So for those of us who are already here, I'm just going to talk about one or two things. Then I'm going to mute myself and wait for our regular time. Okay. So if you traded with me, you must have seen yesterday. We were waiting for price actually to drift down to break the low of this and continue moving down, but we didn't get that. Rather, we got a fake breakout, right? A fake breakout that tempted us a lot to take. It released about 200 pips. You can see 215 pips. But then, as a professional trader that I am, I didn't recommend anyone to take this trade. Of course, this actually got a lot of people pissed off yesterday, but then I can't displease myself to please anyone for any reason. That is not who I am. First of all, I please myself before I please any fucking person. Okay, so pardon my words. So apologies for my word. So now look how I told you guys yesterday when this was moving yesterday. I said something. What I said, that this is a fake out. This is a fake breakout, right? If you remember, I had a line here yesterday. I had a line somewhere here yesterday, and I said that this price is gonna just touch this line and keep going back. So you may ask me, why do I have a line here? I had a line there because what? I know that this is a very strong level. Can you see what happened? It kissed that line and started going down. Guess what I did yesterday? I set a sell stop here, right here yesterday. After I ended my stream, I set a sell stop here, and guess what happened? That sell stop rode until somewhere here. I closed that trade somewhere here, giving me about what? 220 pips. See, all the move that made upside, that fake out move, I recovered every single pip out of it. Why? Because I've seen it a lot of times happen. I've seen it happen a lot of times. So when I say it's gonna happen, just listen and kindly obey. Some people, they got into a trade yesterday without trade management and they lost their money. And guess what they did? They came back blaming me. Even though I said do not get into this position. So please, if you want to follow my live stream and stuff like that, you need to do every single thing I say. Unless you are already experienced and you can manage your trades, then do whatever thing you want to do. Okay, it is very, very vital. It's very, very pertinent that you do whatever thing I do. If I lose with me. Don't be too smart. Okay, if I gain, you gain with me. Don't be too smart. Don't be too dumb to lose when I'm gaining, right? Don't be too smart to gain when I'm losing, because whatever thing you did at that point in time, if you try to repeat the same thing again, you may end up losing, you're blowing up your account. Okay, we have been in this game since 2007, so when we say things, just listen. I'm not saying that I'm the best trader ever. I've seen a lot of people better than me in many ways. They reason better than me. They have photographic memories more than me, but then the little I can do, I'm using it to make some money, and I'm using it to help a lot of people already. So today, let me just talk about WTI USD. That is US oil yesterday. So if you remember vividly, where yesterday we got stuck here, whether price is gonna go or not. Then I recommended a trade for those who were interested yesterday to take a sell down to a certain level. Okay, down to this level, not extended profit, down to this level. Okay, and the trade started going against us. I advised everyone to close the trade, right? Now, whatever thing you thought I was talking about yesterday, it has all played out, right? So I've been around to understand how these things move. I've been around to understand that I do not play with wedge. When I say a wedge has formed, it has formed, and it must play out. Okay, go through all my analysis on tradingview.com. Go through all my analysis. Anywhere you see me place a wedge, play it out and see what happened next. The price must have touched my take profit. So I don't play with wedge. When I say I don't play, what it takes is a couple of losing trades for me to gain massive money with a wedge. It takes just a couple of losing trades. That is why trade management is very vital. Okay, when I say 30 pips in the sense that if it goes against us, we are not losing shit. You're not losing anything because you've secured 30 pips and you move your stop loss to break even. So when trade goes against you, what happens? You automatically did not lose anything, rather you gain a little bit. But then if trade does not go against you, it means you have closed 30 pips, that 50% at 30 pips, and then the remaining 50%, which is most likely about you risk about 0.5% of your account. The remaining 50% is going to give you massive profit in a situation whereby our 30 pips strategy works perfectly well. So when you get into a trade, learn how to secure partials, because you remember yesterday I attempted the trade here, I attempted a trade here, I attempted a trade here, I attempted a trade here. I traded 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the fifth one worked. See, I had to manage trades. In all these things, I didn't lose anything. I didn't risk anything, because I risked, but then I secured 30 pips and then used some, I moved my SL to BE. So in all these 5 failures, I didn't lose anything basically. So what happened? In the 5th attempt, I got every single thing. Okay, even this morning I shared a trade on my platform, on my premium platform, using 5 minutes. What trade did I share? I shared this trade, right? And I said, what, get in here and get the hell out here, right? And it happened under 5 minutes. I mean under less than 5 hours. What is 5 hours? Less than 25 minutes. Is it? How many couple of candles? I think it's going to be 3 hours or so. I don't think it's up to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 by 5 is going to give us what? Up to maybe a couple of 1 hour plus. It's going to give about 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 10 minutes. So in less than 1 hour 10 minutes, it happened. Okay, look at the way it's behaving seamlessly. Look at this triangle again. The entry was somewhere here, okay. The break of this, which is the break of this, is going to be my entry, right? So if I had gotten into, I didn't get into this trade, but I didn't take this. If I had gotten into this trade, then I must have secured my 30 pips here, right? If I secured my whatever thing, if I've closed my partials right here, then the price must have gotten back to my BE to hit my BE. The second entry would have been here. If I got in here, just look at the massive profits we're making here, right? So when I look at these things, they work like magic. All it takes is someone who is experienced, someone who knows what he's doing. Follow the person keenly. Do not doubt in yourself. Just follow the person. If he loses, lose with him, because the result is there. There's evidence. You are here and on this live stream because what? You have seen evidence. You've seen it work. You've seen my post every single day. So guys, please, all you need to do to work on yourself is to secure that grace to do proper trade management and risk management. These 2 things are your lifesavers. Okay, so this is the plan for today. Again, I'm going to mention again, my bias today is just bearish and nothing else. My bias today, I'm not going to take a buy today. My bias today is just sell, Habibi, sell and sell. Just going to be my bias today. Okay, so let's see whether this guy is going to play out, or it's just part of the plan to go and do some magic around here. Okay, I'm expecting price to sort of play around here, gather some liquidity here, and then stop out some paper around here, and then to move down. Okay, that's the plan. If it doesn't play out, I'm not going to trade. I mean, if I don't see my confirmation, something that plays out according to my desires, I'm not going to trade as usual. Okay, so if you are tired of not trading, then you need to understand the fact that you are not meant for trading. It's either you trade what you want or you don't trade at all. I think it makes sense for everyone, right? So 5 o'clock, a new hour is going to form. A new candle is going to form in approximately 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, a new candle is going to form. And am I right? Yeah, exactly. In 7 minutes, a new candle is going to form, and that is going to give us a massive direction 30 minutes after that, 30 minutes later. Okay, so that being said, I already got into this position right here, so let's see how it plays out. Let me see if it's time to close my partials. Let's see. I'm just going to wait for price to drift down a little bit. Even if it comes here, if it comes to my, at least I'm going to respect my own labelings today. I'm going to close partials somewhere around 11298.17. Once I close partials around there, then I'm going to see how things work out around here. I have a feeling there's going to be some massive push downwards. How do I know? Go to 4 hours. You're going to see something magical happening in 4 hours. In our 4 hours time frame, I'm going to, this is just for reference, okay? Do not pay attention to this. I just use these lines, trend lines, to remind myself of my strategy, which is purely what is it called? Wedge. I mean, one of them of which is wedge. Okay, so that is why you see the trend line. like right there. Just want to remind myself of what I'm looking at, because sincerely speaking, sometimes I can have a very short memory, especially when I'm engaged with a lot of things. Okay, so look at this 4 hours. This close below previous, below previous. Come on, then below previous, and it makes sense for us to assume that this candle here is going to flip. Why? Because the trend is obviously bullish, bearish. The trend is obviously bearish. What is this price trying to do? The price is trying to correct this, not to correct. This is a move, right? This is a move. This is a correction. The price is trying to make another what is it called again? I've forgotten the another wave. Some that is called something. I'm going to talk about. I'm going to look it up and talk about it. It's called wave, right? It makes a wave, right? It corrects, makes a wave, correct. So it has corrected, and obviously it is done correcting, right? So we anticipate price to keep going down, and do not be surprised that price is just going to wipe out all this. Wipe out all these spaces here just in one stroke. Okay, do not be surprised that price is just going to wipe out all these spaces here just in one stroke. Okay, so believe strongly and wait for signals. In case you don't feel comfortable getting in here, what you could do is to do what? Put a sell stop below here. Okay, put a sell stop at 11318.93 and put your stop loss above this candle. Okay, if this candle breaks its low, it is maybe there are 85% chance that it's going to drive until 11057.85. Okay, but then let's see what price is doing. Okay, excuse me. Always make reference to your 4 hours. It makes sense if you make reference to your 4 hours. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Look at what happened yesterday. Yesterday I talked about if price breaks below here, below these 4 hours, we're going to go down. If price crosses below the above the same 4 hours candle, we're going to go up. I wanted to hop into this buy trade, but I didn't receive any signal. I didn't receive any confirmation from the lower time frames. Of course, I explained it yesterday. That was why I didn't take this trade. Okay, it broke above, but I didn't receive any signal from the lower time frames. It's okay for this guy not to have any what is it called? It's okay not to have any wick, but then inside it, which is inside 30 minutes, 15 minutes, if it gives me wick, I'm going to take it regardless of the 4 hours not having wick. But then inside it, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, I couldn't get any wick. That was why I didn't trade this. And look at how it turned out. It turned out to be a fake out, and I love fake out so much. So whenever I see a fake out, I start making a lot of noise. When I saw this, I made a lot of noise, and now I saw this and I made a lot of noise. I saw it coming when this was moving. I saw without week this was going to come back. I was making a lot of noise, but some people didn't believe what I was talking about, right? And then when I woke up this morning and saw that the trade I opened here when price got here, the trade I opened somewhere here is already at this level. I smiled and I shared the pictures on the group even before I took my profit. If you are in my Telegram group, you must have seen the pictures of this price when it was somewhere here. I shared the picture when it was here, and now between the time that I shared the pictures and now, we already moved about what? About 213 extra pips, right? So let's always be focused at all times, so that we can make good out of each our followership or whatever. Okay. So this is 1 hour. Again, if you're not comfortable getting exposing your cash now, set a sell stop at this red line, which is 1 1. Let me just write this on this stream on the screen so that everyone have access. Okay. Okay. So having written this now, what else I'm gonna do? Now it is getting to 449, 450. In 10 minutes, this 1 hour candle is gonna close. What do we expect to see? What we expect to see is either candle that is just gonna form, go back up, and then come back to keep breaking, right? To keep breaking forth, okay? That is what we expect to see. Expect to see, okay? I didn't say it must happen. That is what I expect to see. Why? This 1 hour candle has been broken. You can see what it formed. It formed shooting star. Formed the shooting star, right? And the shooting star, the low of it has been broken. The low of the previous candle before the shooting star has been broken. So what else do you want to wait for? So this they bear this the bias today is what? Sell, 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 and sell, but apply proper risk management. Risk just 1% of your account. Perhaps within this week, maybe in the weekend on a Saturday, if I can take permission from my wife to be on live stream on Saturday, what I could do is to do what? Do some lessons, do a video of what I mean by 1% or 2% of my account, right? There was a time, even in a couple of days back, when I was still using, not days, a couple of weeks back, when I was still using 5% of my account, I lost 3 to 4 consecutive trades, so I lost about 20% of my account, and that wasn't funny, right? I have to reduce the stupid risk that I take. Yeah, I know I have 80% win rate, but then looking at the stupid risk, it nearly drove me insane, right? So that's I'm gonna make a video of what I mean by proper risk management, because that is where we need to start from. Okay, so I'm gonna mute myself now, and of course continue observing the trade. I don't want to talk much today. I think I've said enough already. I've said quite enough today. So what I'm gonna do is just to drop a few notes. So I'm going to advise you to wait for this recommendation to click in, okay? If it happens, then let's just enjoy whatever thing we have coming, okay? So that is going to be my recommendation to every single person on this live stream. You can see suddenly price is reversing, going to where I don't know, but then my bias is not changing. It's not going to change for any reason, right? It's not going to change unless I see something else that is not going to make it to change, okay? If I see something else that's going to make me to change my bias, it's okay. We'll change it together on the live stream, okay? I can see some hammer, not really hammer, but it looks like hammer, very close to hammer that's forming here. But then I'm not going to change my bias. So I'm going to remove this since I have not called any trade on the live stream. I've not called any trade on live stream. So let me just remove this and then wait for our normal 5 o'clock to 5:30, which is NYC open, for us to see where market is and what else we can do, okay? But my bias is pretty much sell, okay? Just for everyone to be aligned. Thank you for joining. So if the price goes up, where can I enter? Can I enter again? Just let price go up again, then we can talk about your entry, okay? Just hang on in there. Let's watch it together, then I can advise everyone how to enter, okay? I'm not a soothsayer, okay? I work with price action. Whatever I see price do, if A happens, then I do B. If B happens, then I do C. That's the way I trade, okay? I'm gonna go ahead to reduce the drawings on the screen because it looks very confusing. So one thing to also bear in mind is that I have something that is likened to be a fake out right here, okay? Of course, if you know the definition of a fake out, this is a pure fake out, right? If you understand how fake out works, then you should not be worried about ourselves today. Even if price goes up, it's okay. Let it go. Let it drive. It's okay. I don't care. But then my bias remains sell. Because why? Why is this sell? Because the trend is what? The trend is bearish, right? And then on top of it, we have a candle closing bullish here, breaking out of a range, and then the next candle pushing the price back, and the other one breaking right inside the range that where this guy broke out. So this is what I refer to as a fake out, right? I'm just going to put my triangle right there so that everyone is aligned on what I'm doing. So when you look at it, see it that way. I don't know what this candle right here, current 30 minutes is trying to do, but let's see. Whatever it's doing is not too far from the truth. Okay, let's see how it ends up. Let's see how it ends up. From where I see, it could just go up and do whatever thing it wants to do, but then my bias remains up. Okay, do not forget, from the chart here you can see sell below 1 hour retest and closure. That is, if this is the direction and this is the condition, right? Sell below. How, when do we sell? When you get a 1 hour retest and closure. So 1 hour retest and closure at this level means sell as well. Okay, not just this one here. This one says the direction here is sell below. On what condition? On the condition that 1 hour closes below. So on the condition that we don't have any 1 hour closure here yet. You can see I actually gave out this did the analysis when I had these candles going up, right? So if the directive says sell below and the condition is upon 1 hour closure, it means that we must get secure 1 hour closure below here. But if we want to get in a little bit early, what we could do is to switch into 15 minutes time frame to look to observe, to observe and see what price is doing, and to get in early instead of just waiting for 1 hour to close. That is why if we get in early, we close partials along the way. Okay. Hello, Mr. Abdurrahman. How are you? I hope you're good. So if it were my previous self, my old strategy, which actually works still fine. If you go to my postings on TradingView, my early postings in 2021, you're going to see something. Okay, I'm going to just show you guys, mark out a level. Then I'm going to talk about something very important. So this is uh okay. So I'm going to just mark out these levels with my pen tool. So these levels from 70 to this level, and I'm going to remove this fibo. For those of us that use fibo, I don't use it to form decision. I just use it for educational purposes only. So you can see this level that I have marked now. Okay, if it were those days, my early days of sending signals, I'm just going to say this is a mini trend, right? And then this mini trend has been broken. It has been broken, which means what? This area is BOS, which all professionals call break of structure. And then after BOS, what happens? What happens is a retest of other block, and other block is this area, right? And a retest is currently happening. I don't. Most of the times, this actually works out for me. But then those are the days. Gone are the days. I don't use them right now. What I use now is pure price action, which is I have a fake out. So what follows a fake out? What follows a fake out is what? A retest and what? Drop of price. If price breaks above here, then we're going to wait for price to come and retest this area. Okay. If price breaks above, let me just, for now, this is a fake out. This fake out becomes invalidated the moment price breaks above. It becomes invalidated the moment price breaks above here, right? So that's it. It becomes validated the moment price breaks above here. If price breaks above here, then we're looking at having our having display having 11420 serve as our order block. Okay, so let's hello guys, hello, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. So the moment we have this a break of a break above 11390.00, then we expect our next level retest, because we can see some movement downwards today, so there must be a retest happening today. So most likely I was anticipating the retest to happen here. I was anticipating retest to happen at 11420.17. Because why? Because I've got a retest this as a strong resistance point, previously a support before it was broken. So I expect that previous support point, which turned resistant, to be retested by the price. Having come all the way here, I expect a sort of retest, okay, then a breakout further to for price to continue going down. Okay, this is just a mere illustration. Okay, price could decide to do whatever thing it wants. Okay, I'm just illustrating a fact that something I've seen a lot of times happen. Okay, so I'm gonna mute myself now. If you have anything to tell me, then this is the time to tell me something, guys. Yes, I acknowledge the fact that there's a news coming out at 9:30 a.m. EST, but actually I don't pay attention to news. I just analyze and I look at what I see on the chat. I pay less attention to news. Okay, I pay less attention to news because I'm just a chart analyst. I'm not a news trader. I'm not a fundamental trader. Basically, what happens is if my analysis is correct, then news confirms it. If it's not correct, then I use, of course, I leverage on my stop loss to get out on time before the news starts spike. Yeah, man. Paul is my uncle. Okay, I know. I know. I've always known Paul, man. Anytime that young man speaks, everything turns upside down. Okay, I know. I know. Paul is gonna speak. I know. I'm not really speaking. He's gonna testify. So, him speaking is actually quite different from testifying, right? So, whenever he's testifying, praise does not have as so whenever he's moving, whenever he speaks. So let's just look at the price and see what price is doing. I'm just gonna basically trade my price actions as usual. I'm gonna pay zero attention to any news. Everybody who's been following me for a while now, they know I don't pay attention to news. What basically happens is, if I'm correct, then news confirms my analysis and makes our work, and just simply makes our work very easy by moving by driving price to our take profit in less than 10 minutes. What's 10 minutes? Sometimes in 2 minutes we hit our take profit, and we are home, right? So that's basically. I know it's a big one. I know. Thanks for calling that anyway, Mr. RS. The very first time I made massive profits in trading, I think it was when that young man was speaking. So I started asking myself, why did market move this much in my favor, right? So I had to deep dive, and I found out that it's actually because somebody was speaking, and I turned on the news. I got to see this young man speaking about inflation or some stuff about, I mean, US inflation or whatever. So, and price was constantly moving like GBP USD. Out there I was trading GBP USD. It was moving without control. It was moving without control, man. So that was when I first noticed that young man. Okay, I know about Powell. I know it's whenever he speaks, people are scared and shit happens in the market. So let's hope today is one of the days it stuff like that happen, and we let's believe it's going to be in favor of US, because if it's in favor of US, then Nasdaq is going to keep driving down, closing my multiple trades in profits, of course, and of course giving us some opportunity to make some money as well together, right? So let's hope that becomes the case. Even if price goes up, my trade is simply going to hit stop loss, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing to worry about, it. Okay, guys, let's try something new today. Let's try something new today. Okay, it's part of my strategy. Let's just try something new. I'm gonna try something new. I never wanted to go buy today, but I just felt like there's a need to go just to risk maybe few pips, about 34 pips, just to see what's gonna happen between now and when our uncle is gonna give news. I'm not in yet, guys. Don't get in without good confirmation. And again, if this is not in line with your confirmation, with your strategy, do not take the trade. Okay, if it's not in line with your strategy, do not take the trade. Okay. Yeah. You can wait for. I just want to make some small profit. You can see. I just did some measurement. It seems price is heading for 114 for 11443.75. So I'm just going to risk about 1%. I mean, not 1%, 0.1%, guys. Do proper calculation. If you don't know how to calculate, leave this trade. Don't trade it. It could be risky for you. Okay. It could be risky for you if you take this trade. So if you don't know how to calculate, let's just take a very quick profit and while we wait for our uncle. Guys. Already. Let's see if we're going to take some profit before my uncle comes online to speak. So let's see. Do not forget to use proper. Oh my god. I'm lagging. I'm so sorry, guys. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen. Apologies for the lags, guys. I didn't know about the lag. Okay. So you can see this stuff here is being invalidated. This fake out here has been invalidated. So we have to remove this since it's been invalidated. Because why did I say so? Price has broken above this level, which is, can I mention this level name, please? Price has broken above 11390.48. So of course, whatever thing we are seeing now is what is going to be, maybe perhaps price could hit 11420 or whatever, or 11443. I'm going to wait for the break of this high. If we can secure a break of this high, then we think about securing some partials and moving my stop loss to break even, because I don't want to lose nothing. Okay, let's see what Abdurrahman has dropped for us. Dropped another bombshell. Okay, key point. Fantastic, that's nice. Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. So I'm trying to get it right here. Yes, Rahman, you're right. So the break of this could make price to move towards 1145 something. So let's see. This is a key point. By the way, my bias is sell. Don't get me wrong. My bias today is simply sell at nothing. But I just felt like making perhaps 50 pips by risking 37 pips. I mean it's 1.37 RR, right? So it doesn't hurt if I lose 37 pips when I know that I'm gonna make it back if my uncle starts picking. Yeah. It's gonna be a fake break. I know. For those that took the trade, of course, I told them already they made up their mind to risk about 0.1% of their account, so they're aware. Told them I'm risking 0.1% of my account, which is very minimal risk. So most likely, like I told you guys earlier, this is a fake out, right? Everyone knows that. So this is a fake out. This is going to be a fake out, but then I just want to make some pips that just in case it manages to get to 11443. Because it looks nice. Looking at 30 minutes, it looks nice. It has given me a very steep week. Do not forget my strategy is about trading mostly steep weeks, right? So looking at 1 hour, it has given me a very steep week. So why the hell wouldn't I enter it? Okay, you're going to see the outcome of this trade, good or bad. All of us were going to be here to see it, right? Look at what happened here. It formed first of all a hammer, okay, and then broke below the hammer and closed above, right? Giving, shooting star broke above it, giving us a hammer. I think I saw this trade yesterday. Saw this somewhere yesterday, or in, I think in, let me show you this, how this happened. One moment, guys. One moment. Let me show you in oil. I think it happened somewhere. Yeah, something like this, I believe. Should I call this? Yeah, I could actually. Let's see. Let's compare. Let's do some sort of comparison before I make my statement. Uh, okay, let's just forget about it, guys. I don't think they are similar, but it's okay. One thing that's actually pushing me to take this trade is because anytime I have a hammer candle form like this, once I get a steeper wick, I normally take about 20, 30, 50 pips. Okay, it's part of my strategy. I'm going to show you guys shortly, just a moment. Yes, that's it. So this is my playbook, right? So you can see what is happening now is a part of that deal, right? Look at it. This is exactly what is happening right now. Look at it. Okay, it's playing, and it says, well, for a trending market, after a retest, if a hammer candle emerges, it makes sense to leverage on that liquidity grab for a quick 20, 30 pips, correct? So I mean, doesn't hurt us to make some money, right, guys? Can see I'm trading according to strategy. If it doesn't conform with my strategy, I'm not going to take the trade. Okay. Yes, Mr. RX, I think it makes sense for you to just, I don't know how else to explain it. What I trade is price actions, right? So perhaps my what is it called? My playbook is going to tell you everything, right? I trade four types of trades. I mean, I trade four types of entries, right? I use fake outs, I use reversals, I use continuation patterns, and I use some impulse entries. Okay, when it comes to fake outs, you can see where I directly showed everyone some arrow, and I labeled the arrow as fake out, right? So fake outs, we have trend line fake outs. That's why you see me. Yes, I trade levels, but I still use some elements of trend lines, right? So if I have a trend line and I discover a fake out, specifically fake out, you can see this guy, this fake out right here does not have, this candle that did the fake out does not have any lower wick. It gives me, makes sense for me to leverage on this. If the next price, if the next bar closes in the opposite direction, makes sense for me to take trade right before, I mean right at the break of it, the high of the next candle, right? You can see what happened after this, and then the levels break out, fake out. Of course, you saw that in I'm going to show you this play out in I'm going to show you. Okay, this is levels breakout, right? This right here, I could call this levels breakout. Okay, levels, this is my level, and I expect if price breaks above it, it should continue going up, but then it suddenly came inside, and that's a fake out, right? So I mean, it's technically the thing we're talking about. And then reversal patterns, stuff like this, I'm going to show you. So what I'm anticipating today is, look at this level, right? In between here and here, sorry, in using this space, I'm going to use this space as my reversal, right? So if this price comes into this space and shows some behavioral signs of reversal, I'm going to leverage on that, right? Because why? I have like in between here, this level, this range here is made up of the lower, the breakout. How do I explain this now? You can clearly see what's going on here, right? One second, guys. So you can see how this range is made up of. So I leverage on this space here for a turnaround. If just like you can see here, you can see how I leverage on this space in between this the support and resistance, or whatever it's called, for a turnaround, right? And the next reversal sign I take on is wedge. You can see, if you follow me on TradingView, you're going to see that I have a lot of signals where I just purposely put wedge to show you guys what's happening. Look at this wedge, right? When you play this out, you're going to see that we have some move already, some move that we some sort of continue, right? And then when you get to another level, another one again, you're going to see for yourselves how we have done here. No, this is not going to play out well. It's better I don't play it. Okay, let's play further. There's a lot, right? Okay, this is US oil. You can see what US oil has done since I posted this. It corrected my errors and then continued going down. You can see for yourselves, right? So I trade wedge so much. I love it so much, right? If it were to be a woman, I would have married a long time ago, right? I hope my wife doesn't hear this. So look at this wedge again. You can see how powerful wedge is. So that is why I don't play with wedge. For the guy asking about my trading system, now continuation, we have I took these names from one of my mentors. Okay, substantiated salary play, whereby you have a break and then you have some sort of candle against, closing against the trend, and of course the next candle closing, so breaking the highs and whatever, doing some sort of things and closing in direction of the trend again. It makes sense to leverage on that move, on that closure in direction of trend, for price to continue going down. Then substantiated week, I need to zoom this anytime I'm talking about it. See the way this candle just played out nice, right? The next candle just went up as if it was going to be a fake out and suddenly turned around. So it makes sense to leverage on that entry at the opening for price to continue going down. Look at the way it played out. And then onion play, it's salary play has to do with one candle, but then one candle closing in the position in opposite direction of the trend. But then onion play involves more than one candle, right? You can see the way it played out, which is actually what I expect to play out now, is a pure onion play. Okay, you can see what I expect to play out now is actually an onion play, after which I secure some entry here, and then price will keep moving down. Okay, so and then all these things you are going to see us practicalize them during our if you join our live session. And then you see I have an impulse entry, especially when I have a doji candle. We have 5 minutes to NYSE open, guys. 5 minutes impulse entry, and I use this most especially at NYSE open, when the 30 minutes before NYSE open closes this way. If it closes this way, like this doji here, so I leverage on it. I place my trade just below the low doji or above the doji, depending on what I see, for price to continue in that direction, right? And then hammer, this is what I currently is playing out right now. You can clearly see here I have my hammer candle right here, and then it closes. I mean, this is an attempt for price to move down, but it failed because the next candle that formed after this did what? Broke the low and of course closed in the opposite direction as a hammer, right? It makes sense for me to leverage on this to, this its high, the break of its high, for price to continue in my direction. Let's take a very good look at this. Oh God, I think I've scattered everything here. One second, let me undo. Don't know. Yes, so you can see clearly here what's happening here. This is exactly what we are trading now. We are trading hammer candle impulse entry. Okay, so let's see how this plays out subsequently. So if you have further questions about my trading system, observe and learn. Okay, thank you for asking that question, guys. I appreciate. So while I was talking, I forgot to close partials here. But just to align everyone, you should have closed partials. So closing partials, and of course moving my stop loss to break even. So this trade, whatever you say today, we have a winning trade. Okay, this trade today, whatever you say, we have a winning trade already. Because why? This little money you have made already, this 20 pips you made already, Nobody's ever going to take it away from you. It's yours forever and ever, okay? Unless you decide to give it back to market, okay? So that is the way I trade. I'm not greedy. I don't trade with greed. I just try as much as possible to be conservative. So what I actually find very difficult in trading is having moves like this happening before NYSE open, right? Having moves like this happening before NYSE open. If I have it happening this way, then I'm gonna be a little bit confused. Why? Because I want to see something like this before NYSE open. If I see something like this before NYSE open, then the break of it gives me, especially if I'm anticipating buy, I mean if I'm anticipating sell, the break of it gives me complete morale to keep going down. Like I'm gonna get in like mad. So if you have not noticed, our TP has been hit. This is a trial trade, a trade I just felt like let me take it because it's in my trade my playbook, and you can see we hit TP already. Okay, so let's change the topic here and name it accordingly. Okay, it seems price will keep going up. It seems so let me do this very fast because I don't have time. Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Okay, we are a few seconds away from NYSE open, of course. Few seconds away from my uncle speaking. Really, I mean by my uncle, I don't mean he's my real uncle. I call him uncle because he does things that entices me. That's all. Okay. Mr. Relax Sleep, I hope you got everything I said. I hope you are satisfied with the teachings of today. So we have hit our take profit at 50 pips exactly. So it's a win for everybody. Congrats to everyone that got into the trade. Now let's wait for trade proper. We are good to go, guys. Can you see what's happening now? My uncle is speaking. My uncle is speaking so much. Now I don't know how to get in because my uncle is speaking. We could do something, guys. We could do something. Let's see. So the break above, we're gonna get in, buy, right? But we're gonna be very conservative here because there's news happening, right? According to my friends, we don't want to lose money while my uncle is speaking because if price chooses a direction, it's hard to reverse. So I hope everyone is ready for this. I hope everyone is ready. This is gonna be fun. So what I'm gonna do, just if price, because there's news, if price breaks below here, we're gonna, because we're anticipating sell, right? We're gonna go low because only because there's news. It's breaking above. If it's breaking above, then we're gonna go high. We're gonna go long it. If it has broken, the question is it gonna continue to go up? Is it gonna continue to go up? That is the question, very important question. So guys, I hope you got in. Let's get in on time so that we can close on time. If you get in late, then it makes sense, it becomes very obvious that you're going to lose money, right? So I think I'm going to be okay if I can take only 80 pips, 80, somewhere around here. Let's see. Yeah, that's fair, that's fantastic. Yeah, it makes sense. This looks like gonna go. Okay, let's do something, guys. Let's be a little bit of greedy. Okay, it doesn't hurt us to be greedy, right? But then greed with good manners. Okay, let's be greedy with good manners, right? So for those of us who are in already, I'm just going to show you guys the stop loss. Please close the moment price gets hits around here. Let me just be, yeah, exactly, because if price goes below, and close it. That's where we are risking 51 pips. Basically, we are risking the 50 pips we gained now to just to leverage on it to make some money from my uncle speaking. So let's see. So the plan is once price gets to 11547.47, I'm going to close 80% of my trades. 80%. I didn't mean 50. 80%. 80. Okay. And when I close 80% of my trades, what else am I going to do? I'm simply going to, I'm going to move my stop loss to BE. Okay. I believe this move is a temporary move. I just have a belief. If it can get to 11547, we're gonna be glad. I'm gonna be so glad. Okay, this move seems to be a temporary move. So I'm gonna just advise everyone to move the stop loss up a little bit, just to tighten the stop loss in case this is a fake move, which I believe is a fake move. Because looking at the settings, everything indicates that this is just smart money guys trying to drive price back to the starting point so that they can actually benefit from the move directly. Okay, so move your stop loss guys to 11412.92. Move your stop loss to 11412.92. Let's quickly do that so that because if price is going to reverse, it's going to reverse without signs, it's just going to drop. Okay, so let's see if there's any impact, if there's any updates on the news. There's not, there shouldn't be update though. Just want to see. Come on guys, why will someone post complicated charts? Okay, let's see. From 2006 says looks like Powell is dovish. Okay, buy high, buy gold TP. Really? It's nice. Okay, we are still there. Our stop loss still not hit. So guys, this looks like it's gonna be a millennium trade. For our stop loss is not still hit by now, then there are chances that price may break the high. Price may break our high today. Fortunately, I don't know. Come on, what is wrong? Yeah, I don't know what my Uncle Powell is saying. I think it makes sense if we actually find out what that old man is saying. Let's find out. I think I subscribed to to his what is it? What is it? Okay, that is my uncle right there. A lot of people are showing it. I want the direct one, direct news from the White House, Federal Reserve. No, it's not live. This is not live. I just want live. I don't think I'm interested. Thank you, Powell. Love you. Bye. Okay, so let's come up with a strategy whereby we secure some profit because we're not here to just. Oh, are you kidding me? This moved up to 40 pips and I didn't close partials? Come on, guys. Who did this to me? Who the hell did this to me? Okay, let's see. Looks like price is gonna touch 11547 at least. Let's see. Please like and share. Like and share. Tell your friends about what nonsense we do here. If you call it nonsense, or if you call it good sense, tell your friends about it as well, okay? So it seems the fake out is playing out. So let's do something very quickly to avoid losing much money. I think we've taken our trade, the money that belongs to us, we've taken it. Okay, so guys, at this point in time, I would close the position. Okay, just go ahead and close it. It's okay, because in 5 minutes there's something I'm looking out for, right? And that I have seen it in 5 minutes. Okay, so even if this trade goes up now, I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so you took the first one. Let's see. You took the first trade, closed at 50 pips. Took the second one, closed at how many pips loss? It is not much, so we are still at profit, right? Unless you have over risk. If you over risked your, I cannot help you, right? Closing at 19 pips, so I think we're still okay. We're still very much okay. Price may still go up, but then the way it's moving, man, I'm not convinced. When power speaks, something happens. Today, like told you guys, I think I mentioned this yesterday. Yesterday, I mentioned power speaks and power testifies. They are two different things altogether, right? So, So this, I'm going to just assume that this is loss minus 20 pips approximately. Why do I have to assume this? Because I am out of this trade. If you are still in this trade, good luck. I am no longer in this trade, so I'm going to remove all these things and wait for a while to see what price is doing. Okay, I'm out of the trade. That is the way I trade, guys. I don't leave my trade to last forever. This is the way I trade. Okay. For those of us joining me for the first time today, this is absolutely what I do, right? So if price was going to break here, I should have broken it by now, but then it's just dancing up and down. When you go to 15 minutes, 5 minutes, you're going to see some signs that something is wrong, right? So whenever you're trading, guys, and you look at 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, and you see that the previous low or high is broken, something may not be right, right? It makes sense to start saving up your money, right? So considering this nature of the nature of the event happening now, it makes sense I get out of the market because my bias after all is sell. So look at this. This is some sort of retracement, some sort of retest, just for this guy to be retested, right? It happened, and then the trend now. Looking at it, look overall trend. You can clearly see overall trend is down, is short, right? High, lower high. So it makes sense if I keep selling. Anything happening now, I don't care anymore. I'm out of the trade, I'm out, so I don't care anymore. If I am to buy here, I don't think it doesn't make sense to buy anymore, right? It does, for me, it doesn't make sense. Even this is useless for me. I don't think it makes any sense at all. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense for me to leverage on this, so I'm going to remove it. The price keeps going, good luck to price. Okay. So what is the lesson from today? The lesson from today is that you just make a little bit of money from, make your cut from the major move, and does it. Okay, we made a cut from what, I think from 30 minutes. We made a cut from here to here. That's more than enough for one day if you know how to manage your risk every day. If you make this cut 50 pips every day for 1 year, you can come back and tell me what you have seen. Okay, so guys, this is 5:45. I've closed my trades already. If you are still in the trade, good luck to you. If you've closed your trade, congratulations. Thanks for saving your money and saving your capital. That is it for me today. If the price keeps going up, it's okay. If it keeps going down, it's all good. So good luck everyone. Thanks for joining me today. It's a bye bye.